everyone, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Today we're going to take a break from the roller coaster mine game that we've been making, myself and Bunny have been making, and the other alphas have been helping with over in the gaming district. And I'm going to try to finish off the alpha male system, which is almost there. We're nearly there. We've almost done it. So we're back at Alpha by Water, at the wonderful place we built, not on the last live stream, the alpha live stream, but on the previous one to that, and it looks fantastic. Looks even better at night. It's a shame I didn't come when it was dark, but I didn't. So we're gonna have a shufty. I've got all of the equipment, hopefully all of the equipment I need in my house, in my basement. So we'll have a shufty at that, and then I think it's time to start sending out all of the mail labels, the mailing labels to all of the alphas that have got the mail system fitted in their basements. Now, I'll show you the mechanism that's all underground. It's all in tunnels underneath the pathways. I'll show you that, and I'll show you the mechanism that I've created to direct the mail, to redirect the mail and sort it so it goes to the correct people. So let me show you that first. Actually, I'll show you that first. So this is what I use to redirect all of the mail. Each one of the alphas who has a mail sorting station, Indy's got one, and Alita's got one, and Richard's got one, Bunny's got one, I've got one. There is some on the other side as well. Everybody has got one of these, which is a sorter that only allows hopper minecarts or minecart chests with a mail token in it to redirect the track. This is where I break something inadvertently. I need to be really careful doing this. So at the moment, that rail, if a minecart goes over the top of it, that rail will direct it straight on. However, if the minecart chest goes over the top of it and it has my mail token in it, that mail token will be sucked out of the chest and go into here, which will activate this piece of redstone here. It will activate that piece. It will activate that piece of redstone, because this is already being activated by the amount of items I have in the hopper. One more item in there will extend the signal by one, which will activate that, which will activate that. Okay, which will turn off that torch, and when that torch is turned off. Keep that safe, I'm going to need that. When that torch is turned off, it redirects that line so that the minecart chest goes into here. And what it also does is turns off that, which allows one of the items in the filter to be pulled out of it. And because it will always take an item from the first slot, it will take out one of the mail tokens and then redirect it back inside to be recycled. It will take it ultimately back into here where it's going to get recycled. So that is how the system works, and it's tiny compared to what it was when I first built it. What now seems like many years ago, this is absolutely tiny. The first one I built was massive. This one isn't, and I'm very proud of it. I think I've put everything back as intended. Right, so I think what I'll do now we've got all that sorted out, I'll start sending out the mail tokens. I've got shulker boxes full of mail tokens. If I send, can't remember whether I've already sent Bunny a chest. Yes, I have. So I've sent Bunny a shulker full of mail tokens. So I don't have to do Bun's one. Mr. Joker at the moment, Mr. Joker, you've not given me a room to put your stuff in, so I don't have one for you. So the next one I'll send out will be Indy. I'll send Indy's tokens out and we can have a look at them going. Actually, what I'll do, there's a failsafe on the system that will allow you to, if you accidentally put in something into the outgoing mail, say we've accidentally put in a some diamonds. The second you put it in and let it and close the mail out box, it will automatically send. If you forget to put a label in with it, you might think, oh my god, I've just lost a diamond, I don't know where that's going to go. Don't panic, alphas, because a mail label is added to the outgoing mail. That there adds a return to sender mail token, mail label to the minecart chest. So if you haven't already put a label in, then it will come all the way around and get redelivered back to you. So it's a failsafe, so that that if you either forget to put a mail token in, or you put a mail token, a mail label in for somebody that doesn't have the system set up, it will come back to you. And it also acts as a notification to the people that you've sent mail to that it's you that sent the mail. They'll receive your return to sender token label, so they'll know. Look at that. So they'll know who it's come from, and that way they'll know to say either thank you, or they'll know where to send a reply to if they want to reply to you. And there you go. In here now you've got a storage minecart, and you've got whatever it was that you sent, and that can then be put back into the spare minecart's chest, which will fill up underneath and replenish the stuff. So if I grab myself a box, if I take out, actually I could probably leave in Indy's labels. I'll leave Indy's labels in. I'm going to need one of those because obviously I need to send it to Indy. Break that. Put Indy's label. It doesn't have to be first either. This can be put anywhere. Doesn't have to be at the top. It can be stuck absolutely anywhere. And it will automatically get pulled out. And then you want to put in whatever it is you're sending. Close it. And off it goes. And then we'll just wait here for a few seconds. Because this all runs the same way, depending on who you're sending mail to, it could take a second. You know, it could take a couple of seconds if you're sending something next door. It could take a couple of seconds. If I'm sending something to Indy, even though he's next door, it has to go all the way around the system. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. So I've waited a couple of minutes, and here it comes. And it's directed in to Indy's mailbox, and inside there, let's go and have a peek. Shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm going to go and have a peek anyway. Shh, don't tell Indy. Indy has quite an elaborate receiving area. Not many of the others have got such an elaborate receiving area. Indy has one. Well, because Indy's Indy. Actually, I don't want to get up there just in case I break something. But anyway, it's in there. Indy, you've got mail. If you you can't send mail to different people at the same time. So if I were to put Richard's, Elita's and Stina's mail all in the mail out box and then send it, it would all get delivered to the first person it came to, which in this case would be Stina, because hers would be the first sorter that it would go over. So if you want to send to multiple people, you have to send it individually. Aletha, Richard and Stina. Now, there are a few limitations to the system. It will only work when we're in the area because we're not in a spawn chunk here. So the second this chunk gets unloaded, everything will stop working. It's just one of those things. I'm not going to be putting any kind of chunk loaders on the server. I'm not going to be creating anything like that. There's no point. As I say, it's just one of the limitations. And you can only send it at the moment within Alpha by water. This is not set up to send mail out to people's bases 10,000 blocks away. I don't see any need for doing that at the moment. If it becomes a need later. Maybe I'll do something about it, but at the moment, I don't see the need. So I'm just going to send the rest of these mail labels out to all of the other alphas, and then we're going to sneak into their bases. At the moment, they've got out of order signs in front of the alpha mail system because, well, at the moment it's not working. So as soon as it is working, I'm going to have to go in there and take out all of the out of order signs, which I'll do in a second. Okay, so I've sent them all. They've all gone, and look at that. We've had mail back, which would indicate that Azza and Rabbit don't have mailboxes set up, which is perfect because it's exactly how the system's supposed to work. Spare mailing labels in there. I'm going to put those in there as well. I've used them all. So now we need to have a shifty around all of the alphas' houses and just take down the out of order signs. So I've done all of the mail rooms now. Anybody that has a mail room or anybody who has allowed me access to their mail room, there are a couple of houses which I think have got mail rooms, but I just couldn't find a way down there. So just to let everybody know, all the alphas know, that the mail system is now up and running. And if you have a mail system, then you can probably remove the out of order sign if I've not already done it. If you don't have any labels, just let me know. And if the system breaks, then obviously let me know. But there it is. I officially announced that the Alpha Mail system is open. And now after that massive fanfare, I've got to go back to my base. There are a couple of things I need to sort out at my base. Firstly, I need to sort out a chest full of iron as a prize for the Build a Tree competition that Marky Sparky did. Now I'm not going to spoil it by telling you who's won, because I don't know yet. But there is a prize pot for the winners, so I need to stick that into Marky's mailbox. And I was going to give them not just a shulker of iron, but a shulker full of iron blocks, because the Frill's iron farm is just superior and it produces the best iron in on the server, not like the tat that you get from the Vikings. That is horrible iron. So I'm going to go back there. But also, something's arrived at my base, courtesy of Indy, that I need you to have a look at. So recently, in one of Indy's videos, or was it his last one or the one before? I'll put a link to it in the description and probably in the top right hand corner of the screen. Indy accused me of pranking him, which I didn't do. I'm not a pranker. That's not my style at all. Anyway, on this occasion, I didn't actually prank him. But anyway, went to my base, which is obviously Star Wars kind of themed. There's a Millennium Falcon and all the wildlife that comes with the Millennium Falcon. And he set up a homing beacon. I don't know whether it's still here. Go in and have a shufty. I don't know who put all these camels here either. But he entered the Falcon and he placed a homing beacon in here. Is it still operating? It's not. I think he's taken it down. And while the homing beacon was on, that arrived. As impressive as it is, I have an issue with it. Only a little issue. The issue being, as most of you have probably figured out, it's not from Star Wars, it's from Star Trek. It is actually a Klingon bird of prey. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, that is awesome. I had no idea. In fairness, I spotted it on a stream. And unfortunately, oh, hello. Unfortunately, the stream has since been deleted, where we, myself and Bunny, Thank you, mate. Thank you, Indy. I appreciate that. We, myself and Bunny found this on a stream and went in, and we got ourselves, we had our backsides handed to us. We really did. The Klingons in here are lethal. However, after some negotiating, we managed to get them into boats. But in doing so, who did that? Look at them, it's brilliant. What? Stop hitting me. But in doing so, Bunny managed to lose all of her armour. And it was good armour as well. It's that guy there. He's got all of her netherite armour, which was so funny. Now me, being intelligent, I thought I would try and get it to drop the netherite armour by giving it shiny diamond armour, thinking that it wouldn't know what netherite armour was, and maybe diamond armour may be more appealing to it. So I threw it some diamond armour, only to discover that the guy sat behind Loch Ngegek wasn't wearing any armour and decided to pick up all the diamond armour. So that backfired. So that one has got Bunny's sword and Bunny's netherite armour, which we'd only just got. Actually, we'd only just kitted ourselves up. So there we are. That is where we are at the moment. Thank you, Indy. Really appreciate that, buddy. And it looks fantastic. Don't know what I'm going to do with these guys yet. I can't kill them. It would have been easy to kill them to get Bunny's armour back, but I just couldn't do it. So now we have a Klingon bird of prey circling Tatooine. And why the hell not? If there are any other alphas that want to come and build any Star Wars, Star Trek, or Stargate, or Star anything stuff around here, then please feel free to come and do it. So anyway, it's awesome. It's just awesome. What does it look like with the texture pack on, I wonder? Yeah, very, very good indeed. Thank you, Indy. Really do appreciate it, mate. However, it was in response to a prank that I never committed. So, therefore, I feel obliged to prank you back. It's just the way it works. So, look out for that one, mate. So, why are we here? We are here to grab some of these and turn them into blocks. Now, I'm thinking, what are you thinking about? I'm thinking that instead of having just shulkers, this is my shulker loading system that's been around forever. There's possibly a video on the channel somewhere showing you how to build this thing, but it loads shulker. It loads iron ingots in there. I am thinking that since the crafting table, automatic crafting table has been introduced, maybe I should be filling this with shulker blocks rather than ingots. So I'm going to look at putting an automatic crafting table in there that will turn all of the ingots into blocks, and then all of the blocks will then get loaded into here, and then I can start selling blocks, because why not? Everybody needs iron. Everybody needs a cajillion tons of iron, and let's face it, nobody's going to buy that rubbish from the Vikings, are they? Because it cracks, it's rusty, it's inferior, it's got more aluminium in it than it's got iron. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this sorted out first. Anyway, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see me doing this, so I'll do this, and then we'll have a shufty back at sorting out the automatic crafter. So I was just having another thought. While I've been doing this, we've got, myself and Buddy have got a witch farm, haven't we, that is doing really well. So instead of just giving them a shulker full of iron blocks, maybe I'll stick in some redstone blocks as well, as a bit of variety. So let's go to the witch farm, which, to be honest, I've done no work at. So we'll go there and see how we're doing with redstone. So there we go. That's the shulker box for my contribution to the wonderful efforts made by the alphas building the trees in the Marky Sparky tree building competition. So now we've got that out of the way, maybe we can build the auto sorter. So it's going to have to go in here somewhere. All of the iron goes into... All of the iron goes down into there. Which is full up, which would indicate to me that we've either got no shulker boxes or it's broken. It's full. Why haven't you broken? Let's pretend nobody saw that. However, all we need to do then is set up the automatic crafter to go into there. All of that just needs to go down into the top of a crafter, and then it needs to be crafted and spat back out again into there. So we can do that once this is all cleared through. Holy moly. Holy moly. This is going to take a while. Okay, we're going to wait for that to clear through. This could take a little while. So I've turned the iron farm off for a few minutes just to give me a little breathing space. So I'm going to need the crafter going into there. Have I got enough room there? Possibly not. So if I stick another one of those there and stick the crafter here, I've got a couple of crafters because I was going to use a composter, but I noticed there was an issue, which I'll tell you about in a second. So I'm going to need two crafters. So before that crafter gives off a signal, the iron is going to come down into there. Before the crafter gives off a signal, I need it to be completely full. With the composter gives off a signal strength of 8 when it is completely full. So the comparator that I'm going to be putting coming off there was activating when there was only 8 items in there, and I need it to be completely full. So in order to do that, I'm just going to need to use 2 crafters rather than the 1. So if I need that to be a slab as well. If I have a slab coming off of there, I can have 1 comparator coming off of there. That comparator will take a signal out of there once there's something in it, but I don't want it to be activated until it is completely full. So in order to do that, like I mentioned, I'll need another crafter there, and you can click these boxes which will simulate something being in there. So now that will give off a signal strength of 9, which is greater than the signal strength of 5, which should turn that comparator off. Bingo. So now I need that going into a solid block. I now need to pull a signal from there into the bottom of this via a torch. So that is now powered. I want that powered once that's completely full, which will then spit out, will craft an iron block and then spit it out. So in order to do that, I'll just need to put a torch there and then run a redstone signal into there. So now that won't activate until we have enough blocks, enough ingots in there to make a block. So if I now link this all up, there are some ingots in there. So if I now link that all together, perfect. So that's now crafting iron blocks, not ingots. So if I turn the farm back on again. All right, mate. Yeah, you getting bored of sitting there, are you? Go on then. Off on your jollies. Can now take some of that iron out of there, put it back in here. And that should now happily create iron blocks and just keep filling up the shulker. And that's working lovely. I'm going to need another composter though to put on there. It's always good practice to put composters on top of your hoppers, even though I haven't done it here. It's always good practice to do that. So let me just fill this back in again. Perfect, you'd never even know I was there. So now it's time to just fly over to Marky Sparky's house. Well, fly over to my house. Rename this in an anvil, which I don't have. Don't I have an anvil? Barely. I barely have an anvil. I knew it would break. I knew it would. Right, so now we'll head back to spawn. Lob this in Marky's mailbox and then call it a day for today, everybody. So here we are. We'll grab Marky's name tag, grab Marky's posting label. Put that in there, put Marky's in there, and off it goes. Brilliant. So we know that's been delivered. So I think wow. Sorry about that. So I think we'll call it a day for today then, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to follow all the alphas. They are all fantastic. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.